unless like Aaron Zola is back with Bellyhead.
Yeah, but they'll release 4 more trailers and then sneak peeks and then TV spots.
And
Like,
photos.
with Star Wars, I've only watched the 2 trailers.
Yeah.
But they've released 7 different TV spots and sneak peeks.
Mm-hmm.
Sneak peeks. Stay away.
Hello and welcome to the WIP, the What If podcast that's a work in progress. I'm your host. It's the new style, the Slim James, joined by new edition, the franchise,
Woo!
and of course, new Coke, Andrew the Giant. And so the question on everybody's mind is, what's new, fellas? See, that's the theme of the episode, because they're new what ifs that we're reviewing.
Oh.
The title I have is New Infinity and Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you guys don't actually want to talk or anything?
Nothing's
Well,
new.
it's been Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
That's a big deal.
Turkey happened.
Uh-huh.
Still no Thanksgiving comic books, though, as I
Yeah.
mentioned earlier.
You don't do Thanksgiving themed?
I've yet to see one. In all the quarter bins, dollar bins.
Battle and Bantam, I think.
I'm sure there's got to be something.
Yeah, there's probably like a poster in a Marvel Age or something of, the West Coast Avengers sitting down to eat a turkey.
Yeah.
Then the Mandarin's right there.
I've seen 2 different DC ones like that
Oh, yeah?
within the past few days.
Really? Eating Hawkman?
Like Justice League sitting around the table. Turkey dinner.
There it is. Puts me right out.
I mean, I bet there's like a Simpsons comic of Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah, technically.
For sure.
Simpsons did it.
With Archie.
Oh, there it is. Yes. Riveting Archie Thanksgiving adventure. Unless it's Archie meets Punisher meets Thanksgiving.
And Predator's there too.
And Kiss.
Yeah.
I guess I could have read like the Marvel 1602 that has a Thanksgiving-y feel to
Yes,
it.
because old-timey colonialism.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's all the same.
Yep, pretty much.
Peter Parquois.
Oh yeah.
Peter Parker.
And the white blonde Native American
Yeah.
Raja or whatever. So the Civil War trailer, that's new.
That is new. Saw some Black Panther up in there,
Yep.
kicking.
He's
Chadwick
still
Boseman.
he's
I
still,
didn't see
name
him.
now.
I didn't see him.
he's still but it still kind of looks like he has like it's sort of like proto armor on. It's not just a suit because people in movies don't just have suits; they have to have proto armor.
Well, I bet it's going to be like
Well,
very
it's real
thin
life.
vibranium plating or
Oh
something.
my god, vibranium suit.
Yeah.
Claude be just hugging him all day.
Oh, I hope Claw shows up.
He has to.
Yeah,
It's a Civil War movie.
Yes.
Everyone is going to show up.
Claw.
This is essentially another. This is Avengers 3.
Oh,
2.5.
yeah.
Yeah. But they're sort of setting a good universe in which a Civil War type thing would take place. If you watch the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or the Jessica Jones, there's mention of resentment of these superpower types and how they keep showing up.
Oh, like
So
Filthy beauties.
if you watched the entire everything Marvel puts out, it would be less out of context that all the Avengers save the Earth, we hate them now, register these darn muties.
Yeah.
it's always that side of comics that you don't see the damage of when you throw someone through a building, lots of people die.
Yeah,
Yeah. Damage
I'm sure
control.
they'll do something like that. Like, like in the books,
They had Stanford.
those
and
guys blew up a town and killed
Yes,
hundreds
I
of
don't think
children.
they're going to do that though in the movie.
No.
I can't see them blowing up a
Speedball and
Yeah.
friends.
well, no, there's
Rita.
all it takes is like
Amoeba.
the Night
He
Thrasher.
throws up on things.
Where's Night Thrasher at? Rage.
There was one of them that
Slapstick?
blew up the town.
Who's Nitro?
Oh yeah, the guy who killed Captain Marvel.
By giving him cancer.
Yes.
Oh. Slow down. Or was it super heavy cancer?
No, it's just regular cancer.
It's regular cancer.
You're gonna die eventually.
But that's for another episode that I have planned, but we aren't gonna have
Expedited
time.
death.
Yeah. You know what else is new?
What?
The Jessica Jones.
That is new.
Purple
Pretty
everywhere.
good. Purple and that. Although, a little disappointing on the actual skin tone of purple. But I haven't seen the whole thing.
Have you
so-
made it? Have you watched all of it?
Yes.
No purple.
No.
Not a lot of purple.
Mm.
Though, Yeah, hey, come see my purple-headed monster. So he suggests. I wrote down a bunch of notes as I was watching it. Very succinct. Good characters, light on the action. It's not necessarily a slugfest every episode.
Yeah.
No.
Whereas Daredevil was like, hey, I'm going to beat up ninjas every time.
Yeah.
And
Because there's ninjas here now.
strong female characters abound, plastered all over the place.
Although I'm not a big fan of Patsy, just as an actress. Like,
Yeah, well, she's like Mockingbird on S.H.I.E.L.D., where they took like a character, and now she's just sort of a pretty blonde girl, and
And then she'll get her own show.
she does some karate kicks and stuff. And
I kept waiting for there to be, and maybe there is in the later episodes, but like her to get possessed or something to become Hellcat, and not just I'm a radio talk show host.
No, man, Patsy Walker's where it's at.
No.
Not Hellcat.
Damn.
It's a good adult superhero show. Change of pace from S.H.I.E.L.D., Flash, and all the all the bullshit movies where, guess what? Like, the good guys are the good guys and the bad guys.
Yeah.
And the good guys are pretty virtuous. And
What exactly are her abilities?
She's pretty strong.
yes.
Yeah.
She can jump, fly-ish.
Yes. She has...
Would she have can she get drunk?
Yes.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
doesn't
She
have
doesn't
super
have-
metabolism. She
Like-
heals faster, but she's not immune to injury.
She's not like Wolverine or Deadpool or anything.
Yeah.
Uh,
And she...
She did have Jim Beam in a thermos.
Yeah.
In the first episode.
Well, that's like she just has that superhuman charisma where she can just bounce back from anything. Only she hits rock bottom a lot.
Yeah, and but yeah, she has like the vague movie level of super strength, where like she's as strong as like real life Steven Seagal in a movie. She'll punch people and then they'll go flying, like
Yeah.
Steven Seagal. They just go
Yeah.
flying, So she doesn't like lift buses and buildings over her head, but she can just punch a guy and they go flying. So she's as strong as Steven Seagal or possibly Jean-Claude Van Damme.
So who's stronger, her or Luke Cage?
Luke Cage.
See, I don't think that should be true. Strong skin, unbreakable skin, does not like make you stronger. You don't lift with your skin.
But he's also very strong. But
but
it's not.
I thought she would have at least more strength than him. Like I thought her levels of super strength would at least put her beyond just being a really big guy.
Well, just think about physics, Turner. Even if she had the same level, she could generate the same level of force. She has less mass, so her punches mean less
Yeah,
inertia.
yeah.
Yeah.
Science.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Comic books.
Science.
It's a slightly different vibe from the Daredevil, but it's still in that grit noir style universe.
Mhm.
Except it's purple instead of black. So instead of noir, it would be violet.
There's gonna be so many colors when they come together. You're gonna have lots of reds and purples, and then yellows and greens.
It's the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh my god.
So the Defender series is gonna be super bright and colorful.
I thought they weren't
Sunny.
doing Iron Fist anymore.
Really?
No, it's up in the air.
Dropping him for Punisher.
No, I hadn't heard that it was super confirmed. I thought it was just rumors because they.
Or Jessica Jones is. It said she is getting a season 2,
Yeah.
but that's not gonna happen until they do the Defenders first. But what else is coming in between them, I don't know.
But basically, Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Jessica Bjorn.
Jessica Jones equals Torn by Natalie Imbruglia. Like, that should just be playing on loop the entire show. She's all out of faith. It's lying broken on the floor. And other things I noticed, she's running a sweet Windows 98 simulator on her Acer laptop. The Acer was quite visible. It was a very broke-ass dialogue box that popped up. Got gray on the top with a nice big square X to click.
Nice.
You wonder about like Acer. How do they afford product placement in such a pretty big show?
They probably didn't. It's just probably
What was to
they
hand?
just didn't want to pay for Microsoft or one
Or HP or something like
of So
Yeah,
they just
and-
used Acer, and they're like, oh shit, we'll take it. You know?
Hell yeah!
Thank you. They gave them money,
Not to spoil it for you, but Luke Cage.
but I'm gonna spoil it. For
No,
you.
not really. But Luke Cage is, to me, like one of the best characters they have in the the entirety of the MCU.
Oh,
like
man.
he's subdued, a little complex, you know. So like he's better than Foggy Nelson.
Well,
I'm
That's
still
not
really
a stretch.
disappointed like Ant-Man didn't show up. Because I have some of the Alias
Uh-huh.
comic books, and they date for a bit, so I was
in
really
the
hoping-
Netflix series,
Yeah, you think he's just gonna
Paul
show
Rudd?
up?
Yeah.
Why
Pop
not?
in.
Just one episode for like 10
Maybe
minutes.
season 2 now that it's a proven commodity. You can't just be
They
throwing
gotta be
Paul
able to
Rudd
do
into
that
everything.
stuff.
Not in season 1.
No, but like
Because Paul Rudd has so many other things he's doing right now.
I mean, Paul Rudd was on Parks and Rec, so he will clearly still go TV. So
Yeah.
season 2, maybe a little wacky Ant-Man as he's running it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so charming and smiling. I will note that twice her junkie friend did a dramatic reveal of his fro to reveal his true identity. It's my fro.
Oh, that's who it is.
Uh,
Totally can't recognize the guy.
And Purple Man without purple skin is just a guy in a purple suit who convinces women to do kinky stuff, sex stuff. So he's Prince.
Yeah.
And
He's just a douchebag.
yeah.
Just hangs out at bars.
Hey. He is shaping up to be a good villain. He doesn't want to conquer the world or even be like a sweet mafia don like the Kingpin. He's just kind of a dick. He's the personification of absolute power, or in this case, just a lot of power, corrupts absolutely or corrupts a lot. In all the movies and everything, like all these characters, they want to take over the world.
For what?
Or,
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know exactly. Like, what's
Now
Ultron gonna
what?
do?
Then you have to run the world.
You know, or if you're
Who run the world?
if you're like Obadiah Stane or that other Yellow Jacket, your goal is to take over a company and become a government contractor. Really, that's your evil plan? That's it?
No, it's a realistic plan.
Yeah, but then why are you going to such
So is
evil?
getting girls to do stuff.
Exactly. So like he's a street level villain for a street level show.
He'll work
So are we
it
gonna
out.
see
He'll get
Mandel?
beat up with Kingpin. Kingpin will show him that he needs to go big time.
I want to see Mandel show
As a
up.
Peter Gabriel would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
So there's other things I noticed. They both wear helmets when they're on a motorcycle. Her and Luke Cage when they ride bikes.
Safety first.
Yeah, well, it's like a
Regardless.
pseudo PG thing, even though it's not PG at all. Like she doesn't smoke cigarettes, and then she has to wear a helmet on a motorcycle.
But she drinks heavily.
Yeah, that's okay.
Lots of sex.
Luke, yeah.
To wear helmets.
Actually, yeah. The speaking of the sex, there's a reverse double standard for partial nudity. Because Luke Cage can't stop being naked in cuddle scenes and shirtless. But because Jessica Jones is a female lead character we have to respect, she can't be naked. Like, she wears underpants and socks and a shirt to bed.
During sex.
Exactly. So it's like, if the situation reversed and Jess wasn't the main character, they'd still both be naked. Like, Luke Cage be whatever. But because we have to take her seriously, she can't be naked, so I'm not sure who that's offensive to. It's got to be somebody, because it's like a double standard.
Should we be offended?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think I'm really missing out.
Luke
No.
Cage is a sexy black man, so I got what I need.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I care about.
Yes. Sweet Christmas. Which was, I appreciate him saying Sweet Christmas.
Yep.
Did he say it?
What I don't
Spoiler
appreciate
alert.
is him not wearing a tiara.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or a billowy, plunging V-neck.
And a big, like, actual chain belt as a belt. Just a thick chain.
Yeah.
Well, is that symbolic? Racism.
Oh!
One of the cops in there is a broke-ass Morgan Freeman, and he doesn't even have the voice. He just looks like Morgan Freeman circa 7.
Down on his luck. Morgan Freeman.
His brother, Tracy Freeman. Tracy Morgan. Whoa. Yeah, so as you explore the series more, Purple Man becomes sympathetic almost at points. Like Kingpin in Daredevil, you see that there's more to villains than just being evil, that they're vulnerable, that they're insecure.
Yeah.
So it's more nuanced than an evil robot that wants to take over the world.
What is he? Yeah, but what would Ultron do?
You'd kill all humans.
Yeah, and then what? And they'd be like,
hey, I got all
Well,
these
dude,
robots.
wasn't that a what if? And he just kept making robots for himself to fight.
pretty much.
And he kept making
Make-
like Hank Pyms to
Yes,
fight.
because he secretly loves him.
I'm bored.
Because he's like, he has an Electra complex.
Oedipus complex?
No, for when you want to fuck your dad, it's an Electra complex.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like from Daredevil Electra?
Yeah.
Yeah, electric nachos. And other things I noticed in the Jessica Jones universe, you actually have to talk to the cops, unlike a lot of superhero bullshit where they just fly away. And they're like, I'm done. And the cops are like, well, what do
we do?
Well,
what am I
'cause
supposed
she's
to do? And write down.
She's a private investigator, so she
PI.
talks to police. Daredevil does not.
Well,
He's Daredevil. Murdoch is a lawyer. He talks to the police. Daredevil does not.
yeah,
Jessica Jones is
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
I do like the no secret identity sort of thing. 'Cause
Yes.
that gets played out a lot.
Yeah, well, my biggest thing I liked about the whole series was that this isn't an origin story per se. Like, we get filled in on her backstory, but it's not like Daredevil where we spend the whole first season waiting for him to become Daredevil, not sexy black ninja man.
Yeah.
And we already know Luke Cage is Luke Cage. We don't have to wait for him to get thrown in jail and get experimented upon or anything.
Exactly, we hit the ground running because you can fill in some backstory and we'll be all set.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Because origin stories over and over and over again. It's
Well, unless you're Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Then it's fresh every time.
yeah, Uncle Ben, great power, responsibility.
Don't spoil it.
Maybe this time Uncle Ben will live.
Oh.
And it turns out that Peter Parker burned the rice. Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
It was my responsibility to cook the rice.
I used too much power in the microwave. Too much power.
Yeah, and overall, Purple Man's biggest power is to end conversations concisely, because he'll just scream, "Leave!" and they just leave. So really, that's where the true power lies. I'm done talking to you.
Okay, bye.
Jessica Jones, I'd give it a solid thumbs up and a half.
1.5 thumbs up.
Yep. It's really good, and it's got really good characters. But like, it's hard for me to recommend it to somebody because if they're going into this expecting superhero stuff, it's a whole different change of pace.
Yeah.
So you got to be in it for the long haul and be willing to see the backstories of C and D list Marvel characters. By the way, Jessica Jones dropped a Nighthawk reference. I was like, oh man, Purple Man might be watching movies at the Nighthawk, which is the name of a terrible Marvel superhero.
Does he own a movie theater?
No, I think it's just...
They just said it?
Yeah. If anything, it's a clear indication he won't be showing up at all because he's the name of a movie theater instead of a...
He runs the movie theater.
What kind of crappy name would that be? Like, you're a superhero. You burst on the scene like, I'm Flagship Cinema.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hoyt. What?
Regal.
Oh, Regal sounds cool. You know what else was new? Black Knight #1 by my man, the coolest dude in the room, Frank Thierry, brings a tear to your eye. I would say it's fine, even interesting, but it seems like it's doomed to be either a forgotten corner of the Marvel Universe where they don't talk about it after it's canceled,
Super average.
or it's it'll be folded in another calamity. There it is.
Yeah.
Camelot.
Because it takes place in a separate universe, New Camelot on Weird World. And so, they'll just be like, hey, Galactus, you should eat that. and then we just get Black Knight in the regular Marvel Universe.
Who does Black Knight
Who's his arch nemesis?
most frequently deal with?
So you fight like Morgan Le Fay?
Yeah, like Mordred and Morgan Le Fay.
So people in his own place. He doesn't really know.
Yeah, he doesn't have a modern day nemesis really, because he was just like an Avenger and like on the B team.
Well, don't they have iterations where because it's the Ebony Blade that does the stuff, right?
Yeah.
So isn't there guys, current day people with the Ebony Blade?
Yeah, the Black Knight.
Is this one a current one?
Yes. Yeah. New Camelot.
Weird World.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been reading the new Doctor Strange, which has been promising. been pretty good, pretty cool art because you just see everything the way Doctor Strange sees it, and it's like he's hallucinating constantly because he just sees all the demons that are inside of us.
Mental illness.
And I've been reading The Howard the Duck, which restarted with a new #1 after 4 episodes or 4 issues.
And then it started over again?
Yeah, 'cause
all,
they had to kick
all that
restart
Secret War,
everything.
Battle World, all that good stuff.
So they made fun of it.
Poor
in the
planning
comic.
then. So why would they even start a new one if they knew that they were going to have to restart it?
Because then you could have 2 #1s within the same year.
Yeah, same
Imagine
thing,
the sales.
same thing with Spider-Gwen.
And Squirrel Girl, which Sophia's gonna.
There you
It's
go.
actually pretty funny.
So, you know what else was new? Marvel recently released some what ifs based on the Infinity event. I thought it was 3. Apparently there's 2 more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I reviewed 3. But first, some background on the Infinity event. Apparently it took place in 2013 and was based on the Builder War. The Avengers go into space to fight the Builders, who were like B-level Celestials.
Like Bob.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, he's the is there
Foreman?
I can't remember the name.
Foreman?
Yes,
Is that the
that's
guy?
his that's
There's
his
a foreman on it in building crews.
No, I mean,
Yes.
Oh, is that a real
person?
person?
No.
4 arms.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think the who are the construction guys there? Wrecking Ball, Pile Driver.
Oh yeah, the Wrecking Crew.
Oh yeah, the Wrecking Crew. They're
They're not helpful at all. Building.
well, ironically, the Builders want to destroy everything to maybe rebuild it or so. You know. So basically, the Avengers go up into space to fight the Builders, who are B-level Celestials, who are already C-level space Marvel
How are they
guys.
just getting up into space?
Shoot, you know,
That's what I'm
Quinjets,
saying.
quantum tunnels, you know.
Quasar.
That's not the part of the story that you should be focused
This is
on.
ridiculous.
I can't believe it anymore. I'm out.
So because in the Avengers' absence, Thanos swoops in with the Black Order, but hashtag all orders matter, and tries to destroy Earth in the Avengers' absence.
So wait a minute. The Avengers left.
Yes.
Where's everybody else?
Right.
Well, they fight.
The X-Men aren't going to stand up to Thanos.
Well,
that's
Fantastic
the
Four.
Yeah, you remember AVX? The
Defenders.
X-Men ain't gonna help nobody.
GLA.
You think Jessica Jones is gonna be like, hey, no, she really shouldn't. Don't let you do butt stuff if you don't. By the way, that didn't come up in the show.
You can improve on an asshole by making it bigger.
Not even
Oh.
insinuating.
It was
No.
insinuated. I think like in episode 2 when they're having sex and then like they just make eye contact
And he turned over.
and then she turns herself over like
Well,
no words, but
uh-huh.
I think that was supposed to be a little nudge toward the butt stuff.
Or
Just
was
a
it
wink and a
premature?
nod.
Premature ejaculation.
Oh, it could have been that.
You really are a little anal crumpet, aren't you?
I mean, it's just a long like stare. It was awkward.
All right. But it turns out Thanos wasn't even actually trying to destroy Earth.
What
He was
he doing?
he was covering, demanding the heads of inhuman younglings in order to kill his inhuman son, Thane. Thanos raped an inhuman lady at one point.
Oh.
But what about death? Why is he doing that to her? Leading her on like that?
She's a tease.
That's true. He can never truly have her.
Do we know like when this sort of took place that he raped an inhuman or who?
I mean,
Was it Crystal? Was it
probably
Medusa?
it wasn't. No, it was probably not a
Do we
famous
know
one.
that it was rape?
Was it Triton?
Actually, we don't. They just said she returned pregnant, and I don't know which one, as it didn't say on Marvel.wiki. You could look it up.
I could.
Uh-huh.
But I won't.
Who did Thanos rape?
Just do a Google search.
Uh-huh. You know, Thanos and the Black Order, they end up destroying Avalon. So Black Bolt sets off an inhuman bomb, fully transitioning us from a Marvel where every rando with a lazy origin is a mutant to a universe where every rando with a lazy origin is an inhuman instead, because of movies.
Wait, is the inhuman bomb just give
The Terrigen Mist. Yeah.
I thought Avalon. Did you say? I thought that's where the
Avalon.
black. What?
Avalon.
Oh, Avalon. I thought
Yeah.
you said Avalon.
Oh, come on. Think I don't know about Avalon. King Arthur's his pad.
that's where it goes.
Yeah.
King Arthur's court?
Yeah, that's where he kicks it.
Black Knight.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence.
So the Avengers get knocked down in the war with the Builders, but get back up again.
Jump
And with
on.
the aid of the Guardians and the Galaxy and stuff, The good guys eventually win, and the cosmic ballet goes on.
No shit.
Yeah.
Man.
But this series asks multiple times, what if? So what if Infinity X-Men? What if the X-Men were the only survivors of Infinity?
Well, that would suck.
So the faux X-Men, although you could just combine those because faux rhyme ends with an X. So faux men, even though it doesn't.
Folks, man.
Yeah.
Foeman.
Cannonball, Husk, M, Beast, Armor, Chamber, and Phoenix. The
Chamber.
Rachel one.
I do like Chamber.
Husk.
Happy to see him.
Are mutants lost in space.
Ooh.
They come across an old warship and raid it for supplies. Suddenly, Avengers show up, rendering the what if question moot because they weren't actually the only survivors. Spider-Woman, Sunspot, Black Widow, Starbrand, Shang-Chi, and Smasher.
Man, the best Avengers survived.
Exactly. Starbrand, the lone survivor of the new universe. It's the new universe.
The Nooniverse?
Yeah. So there's some tension between Cannonball and Smasher and/or Sunspot because Cannonball ditched the Avengers to go rescue his sister, and they're less understanding.
Don't save your family.
Yeah. So it turns out the Avengers are under mind control of Supergiant.
Who?
Supergiant.
That's really the name? Like,
Yes.
that's a horrible name.
Yeah. Can you turn to? I forgot.
Smasher.
I forgot to actually put in her origin or even brief description.
Mind control and super giant.
Yeah, there she is.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. She's
Doesn't
some
look that big.
she's some Cree lady. I don't know.
She's not even a giant.
Yep,
Supergiant.
she's the worst. It's very lame. So Cannonball makes his way over to the Avengers ship, kills Supergiant, and the whole threat is abated. And they all don X-Men blue and gold suits and live happily ever after, maybe? Lost in space, the only left shreds of humanity left. Overall, this is kind of a boring non-event. The art's fine by Mike Norton, who did Young Avengers, but it lacks any real tension or hook. Like, there's a short battle of the Avengers, and then Cannonball just sort of goes over and ends it by killing Supergiant. Like, it's not...
Does Chamber actually do anything?
And it's missing a lot of the what-if zaniness that could be expected on one shot. Like, the most you get is them putting on the blue and gold X-Men suits. Woo!
So they just had tons of extra blue and gold X-Men suits? So
Apparently.
Yeah.
Maybe Husk ripped it off as
Beast
one of her
has them.
skins.
Oh,
You
gross.
could wear her skins. But moving on. What if Infinity and Humans? What if Black Bolt betrayed Earth?
Oh, no.
Well, here's a side note. Beast says, without the internet for so long, I've been keeping my hands and feet busy. So Beast made those suits.
So that's insinuating what he was...
Yes.
What was he doing with his hands and feet when he had the internet?
Apparently weaving costumes out of his fur. That's where the blue and gold comes from.
Yeah, where's the gold coming? What color are Beast's pubes?
Well, maybe he plucks like Husk or Cannonball's hair.
Without them knowing.
Yeah, so it's actually blue,
Harvest their hair off
blue and
of
blonde
pillows.
hair suits.
Yeah, Chamber doesn't do anything in this damn book.
Yeah, nobody does anything.
Well, does he have... Well, I'm sure you probably don't know.
Exactly.
That thing, he has a big thing.
Hole. It's a
No,
hole.
well,
He blew out.
he's wearing like a mask
Oh.
that covers the bottom of his mouth and his chest, but it looks like it's shut the hole that he can't do anything.
Well, maybe he has a little mouth, like with Cyclops in
That's
his... Yeah.
Yeah, flip it open.
So anyway, what if Infinity and Humans? What if Black Bolt betrayed Earth?
I didn't know he was really on Earth's side to begin with.
Yeah. After some setup, we get post-war Earth. Some children are telling story of how the Avengers will return to save them. Meanwhile, Black Bolt, having struck a deal with Thanos, is inside New Adelon, or whatever, conspiring against the Mad Titan. So he didn't really betray Earth, he only kind of betrayed Earth. Good stuff.
Just a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So these questions are not actually true.
Exactly. The royal family strikes, but the Black Order quickly respond. In the ensuing battle, Thanos shows up and kills Gorgon. Oh no!
I just saw it.
Die.
But then Secret Weapon shows up. It's Dazzler! Oh my god!
Yes.
She transmutes Black Bolt's super voice into super energy blasts and kills Thanos. But Maldar, who the fuck is Maldar, shows us the truth in Black Bolt's heart. He killed the Avengers to keep Thanos from destroying Earth, but rather than defending it from the Builders. Oh, no, wait. He killed the Avengers to keep Thanos from destroying Earth, but rather... What? I must have...
To keep him from killing the Inhumans? Or, no, I guess, yeah, it says... But he did it to protect us. It was the only way Thanos would agree to defend the Earth. If he killed the Avengers. Or the
Okay, so he's using Thanos to protect Earth at the expense of the Avengers. Okay. Black Bolt, you jerk. So, it's what if Black Bolt betrayed Captain America? Inferno, whoever that is, gets pissed. He might kill Black Bolt. I think he's alive, but it also looks like his brain is hanging out.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, Inferno, some Inhuman, he gives him an energy blast to the head. And he looks a little alive, but also kind of dead.
Whole lot dead.
Yeah, there's...
Exposed brain.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
And I like the end. The very last sentence. Or speech bubble. Too soon, Dazzler. Too soon.
Yikes. So,
9/11 joke. That's what...
Overall, I'd say this is better than the X-Men one. The what-if question isn't immediately shit upon, and we get a neat moment in the death of Thanos thanks to eye patch-wearing Super Dazzler, and the twist ending of Black Bolt not being completely super bad is good enough. The art is by Riley Rossmo, and a combination of sort of the cartoony and sketchy. Has a good texture. I like me some texture.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool.
Feeling.
So, the last one I reviewed... what if Infinity Thanos?
Oh.
What if Thanos joined the Avengers? Captain America is talking to Jason, J apostrophe Son. Jason
Star-Lord's
Derulo,
dad?
possibly.
I think it is.
Oh, yeah. But
So,
he's an emperor. Emperor Jason.
Big J suggests with Captain Universe in a coma, and this Captain Universe is stuck to one woman at this point.
Oh.
They call upon Thanos to join them.
Permanently, or just for
Well, Thanos wants
on
to
a
fight
trial basis?
we'll see where it goes.
One game contract.
Attempt to hire. Thanos wants to fight the Builders because they don't necessarily want to destroy the universe. They want to evolve life. But why would you let a man who explicitly says he wants to end all life join your super team just so they can fight the bigger threat? It is literally guaranteed he's going to turn on you because he says he wants to end all life and you're alive. So anyway, but, they're all out of options. So Thanos joins the Avengers, makes merry with Thor in a dick measuring contest where they take turns blowing up bad guys. Captain America is still distrusting. Eventually, the Avengers make their way to the head builders, and Thanos wants to kill his son, probably an Oedipus complex or something, or because he
Thanos wants to kill his own son.
Yes, not Captain America's son. Alright, so though not on panel, although it's a little on panel, Thanos kills Captain America when he finds out about Thanos' evil machinations, that he's, shocker, not on the side of right.
What?
Big T has Cap's shield, and he leads the remaining Avengers against the Builders, and they win the war. This fact is kept secret from the populace of Earth. The Illuminati are meeting. Iron Man discusses the ever-present threat of the Builders and says, if our universe is going to be the last planet standing, we're going to need a greater weapon. So Thanos shows up. They're, all about killing. So, yeah, it's like, basically Iron Man is pragmatic to a fault. He's like, oh, we'll let this, guy who clearly is going to kill us all one day continue to defend Earth because Captain America's dead. Who else
That's not
we
how
got?
it works.
Justice.
You kill the boss, so now you're the boss.
That is how it
Yeah.
works.
Where's like Justice? He could step up. Maybe Sentry.
Dazzler.
Yes.
Dazzler with an iPad.
Dazzler and Black Bolt.
Yeah. Marvel team up. Black Bolt and Dazzler.
Do you have that
Squirrel
one?
Girl. Isn't Squirrel Girl?
Squirrel Girl has defeated
Wolf
Thanos
Mask?
many times. And that is actually coming up later.
So overall, this one was the best of the bunch.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, these three I
Sorry, I
read.
was talking.
Oh.
But I believe you.
Yeah.
It does seem.
But I'll tell you, I think the one that I have is better.
Even just looking at one page and seeing the Goblin King, I'm intrigued. I'm excited to read it.
Mm-hmm.
But this one explores some nuance of Thanos' character Get some good battling action versus the Builders. This story would be implausible in real continuity, at least without shitting over all the existing characteristics of Captain America, Thanos, the Avengers. So, it can't take place in the real world, so it makes a good what if. And Thanos as the scheming leader of the Avengers would actually be a good hook for a longer series, maybe. It's the Dark Avengers, but to the extreme.
The darkest. Avengers.
So, kind of like the Thunderbolts, as I put in here, or the Dark Avengers. The cover is the money shot of this group of what ifs, because it's got Thanos dressed up as Captain America. That's the, sort of what they put up on all the web articles when they were saying, hey, they're going to make some new what ifs about this. And the art in this issue is perfectly serviceable. Thanos is looking pretty good.
The highest compliment you can give art.
So this triumvirate of what if tales is a bit of hit and miss. I can't wait to see what the other two are like, but here we get they avoid a lot of the trappings of what ifs. Mostly, you don't have a lot of the unnecessary character redesigns. And while the events of the war lead to, everybody dies, everybody except the X-Men dies, or everybody except the Inhumans dies, it isn't really present in the issues themselves. Like, we saw Captain America die, Gorgon die, but you don't get a lot of those random, you're dead, and you're dead, and you're dead. These issues aren't really fun to me.
It's okay, not all comics are fun.
The closest fun being able to see Thanos and his unlikely Avengers. They could have stood to make one of the issues a little bit more lighthearted or out there. That could be in the other two I haven't read yet. Still, it's good to see the what-ifs return, and the strategy of tying them back to the events is smart, even if I secretly pine for the off-the-wall bullshit issues of yore.
Yeah, it would be cool if they just did some random things, because I don't read these events.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time ever wanting to buy these what-ifs, except the one I did for the Star Green.
Because it's all part of the machine. They make the big event, then they, make a bajillion tie-ins, and then this is the tail end of the tie-ins at the very end, where it's here's some what-ifs. And you can... So, any closing thoughts on what's new?
In the Captain America trailer, it seems like they're trying to make the heat between Iron Man and Captain America too personal. It seems like they're going to do that. Because Iron Man says that he wants to punch him in his
teeth,
perfect teeth. If it's in the books, it's more the
ideological
business
debate
thing. Not personal.
Yeah,
well, it's harder to come back from a personal fight.
Yeah, but Tony Stark is always presented as being a big giant jerk in this universe.
That's true.
So he would make snide comments about. Captain America, you think you're so great, man. And
Thanos will come, and then they'll be friends again.
Exactly. You say that flippantly, but that's pretty much how it's going to go.
Maybe they'll do World War Hulk.
No, they won't.
Yeah, just no, they won't.
No, because Hulk didn't go to space, did he?
Well, he's gone from the next few movies.
But what if they did World War Hulk?
But he probably just.
But what if they did World War Hulk instead?
He's not banging Black Widow because she's around.
Maybe he's having sex with Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
World War Hulk movie would be great.
I think that's what they're going to do next. That's Phase 4.
They should.
Phase 4?
Well, haven't they announced Phase 3 movies?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're in now.
They just released the Phase 2 box set.
It ended with Ant-Man, or?
Avengers 2?
Avengers 2, that's what it
I
think.
Yeah, so the first box set was a suitcase with the Tesseract in it, and then all the discs and stuff. This one is the
Cube?
The thing from Guardians of the Galaxy.
The Infinity Gem?
Circle. Orb
thing. The purple?
On a box.
Ooh.
With stuff inside.
Dick in a box?
Yeah.
And on that bombshell, we leave you.
We'll see it.
So in closing, I will remind you to follow us on Twitter at @TheSlimJames or at @giant_size, theslimjames.com, giantsizecomicthings.com. The WIP What If podcast is on iTunes, on Stitcher, on YouTube, and on Vimeo. So go out there and find us. And remember, don't spend the rest of your life asking, what if?